It's 6:51. I've been awake since 5 a.m. I have my schedule here. I'll give you a quick glance at it. So I woke up at 5 and I have it scheduled all the way down to 6 at least. And then bedtime around 9. Gonna do some flashcards and then I have CBL later on today. Yesterday I didn't record anything, but it was pretty good. It was a lot of flashcards, very difficult to keep up with it. I'm whispering because there's still people sleeping. And yeah, I have less than a week until my second midterm. It's going to be a lot of content, a lot of things that I don't know, but I do feel like at this moment I do have enough knowledge in my head in order to pass, which is comforting. But obviously I don't want to just pass, I want to do better. All right, so it's 8:30. We're supposed to be starting our TBL with 172 people. Let me show you the class list. This is everybody that's supposed to join the call for TBL since we can't do it as a class. We'll see how this goes. TBL is team-based learning, so it's everybody together. It's a lot of people to be on one call, and we'll see how this team-based learning thing pans out. But we have our PDFs that we're supposed to look at, which I didn't look at until last minute. And today's topic is lymphoma. There is more than... What I have here is the chat on one side, the lectures and where my notes are on the other side, and then once in a while when she's just explaining things that I already know or isn't something I need to pay attention to. I just pulled up my Anki flashcards right here. There you go. I can do some studying and learning at the same time.
You're good, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so we just finished waiting in line to get into No Frills, and a couple new jobs opened up. So they have security in the front and somebody else washing the handles of each cart, which is good. It just feels weird when the lineup is everybody 6 feet apart from each other and there's security to make sure that only a certain amount of people are in the grocery store. Guys, check it out. There's a social distancing place or sticker so we can keep our distance. Ranger! Kika! Baby!
How's it going?
All right.
Yeah, I kick it.
Yeah. Huh?
All right, so Jess and I are here on a trail. We're walking back home. We're just walking out, getting some fresh air. And in front of us, there's a pack of 3 Dobermans chasing a tennis ball. Let's see if I can get them on camera. Last time we went for a walk, they charged us, but they just want to play. They got lots of energy. I remember seeing them last time. Good morning, guys. It's 7:02 and it's been a rough morning. I woke up at 5:30 to start my devos, do my stretching, and start studying. But after I did my devos, I opened up my laptop to get my notes open, see my schedule, because I did schedule every half hour. And I was checking my emails. I clicked a YouTube link from a trusted email source, and my computer screen turned to locking. It said locking and just shut off, and it wouldn't turn on. And I thought, great, I got this virus that just destroyed my laptop a week before my exam, which is a Monday, and so I've been stressing out since 5:30 in the morning. But After looking at YouTube videos and forums, I just plugged it in and turned it on, and now it's working, running a scan, so it's looking good. I can get back on track. Louis here is Jess's neighbor's dog, and he loves to be pet. He's leaning on Jess right now. See if he shakes a paw.
Oh, good boy! You're so smart!
Alright, so I've just been studying for the last couple of hours. I've completed 423 flashcards so far. Jess and I are going to take a break, and we're going to make some rice pudding now. Guys, check out this rice pudding. Okay, try it out.
Oh, eat it?
Yeah.
So good.
Alright, so we got an email talking about the question mark software that we're using to take an online exam. I have it opened up here on the computer. I'll flip the screen around and show you quickly. This is just a tutorial on getting checked out. But the exam is on the 6th, though today is Thursday. The exam is Monday, so I have a couple days to study. It's going to be a lot of stuff on there. And the thing is, we have a reduced amount of questions, meaning each question is worth more. So here's how the software looks like. Ottawa, and then there's a non-disclosure agreement for me not to share any of the questions with anybody else. And then I'll click through it, and there's probably just some practice questions. I don't know. So this is just a practice exam. So there's nothing of value on here other than just testing out everything, looking at the buttons, making sure it's working. Camera can't even focus. But let's just say I wanted to open up another tab, bring it up here, go to my notes, and it can't. So the software does block off any other windows to make sure you're not cheating. If I come down here and click next question, then there'll be a question, and I can choose any answer, come down, submit. So this would be a submission of the test, but everything's working smoothly. Hopefully it works on exam day. All right, so there's 2 days left until the exam, a little bit less. Today is Saturday, and today and tomorrow I'm going to spend time really just doing practice questions to get used to reading test-like questions and answering them. I feel like I should have a good enough foundation in terms of just knowledge. I've done a lot of flashcards, reviewed PowerPoints in the past, so right now I'm getting prepared to do a practice exam. It's called a formative exam that the school has for us. So I have it on my laptop. There you go. And I'm just going to use my pen to circle questions as if it were an actual paper test. This test tends to be a little bit harder than the actual one, which is pretty good. So if I pass this, and I can be comfortable that I have sufficient knowledge to pass the real exam. I'm normally nervous for this exam. I don't know how it's going to be. Everything's online. There's less questions, meaning there's more weight to each question. For those of you that have been wondering how I've been studying, really I just wake up early in the morning, do my stretches, get my coffee, and then I jump right into doing flashcards. I try to review 2 weeks a day, at least for the past week or so. I've tried to balance it with reviewing 1 week of cardio with another week of rest, and then a little bit of practical if I have time. It's been challenging. I've been doing more than 500 cards a day. To be able to cover that much content, I'm gonna have to focus a little bit more on practical stuff as I'm running out of time for the exam. But the good thing is that the practical is isn't weighted as heavy as the theoretical written material. And that's really how I've structured it. And in between my study sessions, I've tried to take breaks, go out on walks, do things that I like, spend time with Jess. We've been able to do some cooking. So that's really what it comes down to. If you want a detailed 30-minute by 30-minute schedule, I can do that. But that's roughly what I've been doing. Overall, I'm not too worried. I know that with the knowledge I have, I should have a decent chance of getting a good mark. Not like a 90 or 100%, but I'm comfortable with the knowledge I have. This test is going to kind of solidify that. And yeah, so that's my plan for now. I'm going to do the practice exam and then kind of gauge what I'm going to do after that. Okay, so I finished the test. It was okay. I didn't do too well, but I did good enough to know that I'm gonna pass and do decent on the midterm. So right now I'm gonna do another practice midterm created by the second year students and see how that goes. Basically, I'm still trying to just see as many questions as possible, learn from my mistakes, so that when the test day comes, I will have seen at least several different patterns and stems of questions and can kind of at least predict what they're trying to get me to get to. So it's Monday morning, almost afternoon. Jess and I we're just finishing up a walk. Today's exam day. I'm gonna start it up in a couple of hours, but just enjoying the sun before I do. I think it's gonna go well. I've been doing some practice questions on osmosis and I've been getting most of them correct, so I'm not too anxious about it. I'll let you guys know how it goes after. Okay, so I just finished writing all 3 parts of our exams. It was a 3-part section. So the first one was a written, which is multiple choice. Second part was the CDMQ, and then the third part was a practical. Overall, I think it was pretty fair. I'm not sure if they made the questions easier or they changed them at all, but I think for most part the questions were fair, and with enough studying and proper understanding, the test wouldn't be too difficult. There are obviously some odd questions or maybe some weird worded answers, but I feel okay about it. I don't feel like super strong. I mean, I don't think I ever will for like a medical school test, but I feel good. I think with the preparation that I had, I was able to easily rationalize some of the questions and understand them. The practical part of the test was a little bit challenging in that sometimes you can't rationalize something. It's either you know it or you don't, and that really, there's nothing you can do there. But some tricky questions for that, but good overall. I'm glad it's over. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day, and then tomorrow is a full day because all our classes get pushed onto one day. So now it's like CBL with all our lectures, but all the preparation, all this to say, all the studying that I've done was pretty good. And now the only thing left is really this nephrology block, and then we have our final, and then it's summer. So hopefully the COVID situation gets better and we can go back to being involved in the hospitals and at least shadowing some physicians during the summer, because it'd be really cool to get some of that hands-on experience, but only time will tell. All right, guys, take care. Make sure to subscribe and like. Leave a comment if you want and message me on Instagram. I love talking with you guys. Take care.